Coming up on Look Today, well, the Saratoga City Council unanimously passed the 2017 budget. I've got details. And Congresswoman Elise Stefanik continues to support the local workforce. More on that coming up. And students are finding new ways of creating an eco-friendly economy in today's technological age. I've got some of those details. It's all ahead on Look Today. Welcome everyone, I'm Jay Hood Jackson, and this is Look Today. In tonight's program, I sit down with incumbent U.S. Representative Elise Stefanik from the 21st Congressional District. She's here to talk about her ideas, and especially her bipartisan work in the House of Representatives, in part one of our two-part interview. I also sit down with Marty Vonix. He's the president of the Saratoga County Prosperity Partnership. He's here to talk about economic development and a summit that's happening November 10th. Plus, we've got your weather for the Tri-North counties. But first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, the Saratoga Springs City Council has unanimously passed its 2017 budget. Now, the general fund budget total is $45.5 million. 89% of this budget is for mandated expenses, such as wages, Social Security, health, and utilities. And the remaining $5 million will be allocated toward water, sewer, and capital funds. Well, we were at the Saratoga City Council meeting when they approved the bill.
So any other discussion?
I do want to thank the council overall. For the most part, this has been a very positive and very productive budget season. So I want to thank each and every one of you. And with that, Mayor?
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Abstentions? The matter passes. Congratulations to everyone.
Thank you.
Government working. In other news, maintaining an education and well-trained workforce is crucial for our region. That means that communication between schools and local businesses is important in fostering a relationship. Now, our current representative, Elise Stefanik, 21st Congressional District, is a big proponent of keeping an educated workforce in our area. We spoke to her about this.
What I've been really excited about is my work on the Education Committee, making sure that I'm supporting technical and vocational training to connect it with jobs that are available locally. So we voted to reauthorize the Perkins Loan and Grant Program, which provides funding for technical education. And I've also supported local programs where at the local BOCES or P-Tech or CV-Tech schools, they're connected with the employers. So the skills that are needed that maybe are going unfilled with jobs right now, they're connected with our next generation workforce.
Switching from news to weather. Well, North Country Weather, the people, our partners in bringing you the weather every day, are currently away at a conference, which means we will not be going to the Glens Falls station for your forecast today or tomorrow, but instead we will give you your first forecast when we come back. And back to the news. Well, we've got more on the 2016 Fall TechSmart Expo in Malta. Now, the event showcased many innovative science projects by the students, and their ages, by the way, were 15 to 18. The projects were all different, but one thing that they had in common was connecting sustainable energy ideas to our modern information age. Now, introducing an eco-friendly economy in our modern age is a challenge, to say the least. However, you've got to know these students are finding ways to make it easier, more efficient. This includes using smart technology such as apps on phones to inform consumers of changes that they should be aware of. Well, we spoke to some of the students about their projects.
And the project that we're working on is Keep It Clean. It's mainly for septic systems. We flush a sensor that goes down into the toilet, and it sticks to the side of your septic system, and it will monitor whether if it's overflowing or is it at a low risk or if it's at a good standing.
Now, the students' interest extends way beyond the home and into issues such as protecting the environment.
The app helps get the citizens of Lake George aware of the E. coli getting into Lake George, and it helps them try to prevent the causes that allows it to get in.
Now, as I told you yesterday, we were at that exhibition, and we got so much valuable footage that we're running it yesterday, today, and we'll have more on it tomorrow. And again, I said this yesterday, and it's really true. If you're my age, you realize that the future is in very good hands if it's in the hands of these students. Up next, I sit down with incumbent U.S. Representative Elise Stefanik, 21st Congressional District. She's here to talk about her ideas, and especially her bipartisan work in the House of Representatives. This will be part one of our two-part interview. Plus, I also sit down with Marty Vonix. He's the president of Saratoga County Prosperity Partnership. He's here to talk about economic development and a summit that's happening on November 10th. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? Then give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. I've got a couple of lookouts for tonight. The first one is that Mike Lenz was in this morning to tape a new edition of Beyond the Headlines. And his guest was John Rhodes, who's the president of NYSERDA. NYSERDA is New York State Energy Research Development Authority. And the subject was renewable energy across the state. And believe it or not, New York is leading the nation in a lot of these initiatives. I think you'll find the program very informative. We are going to premiere it over the weekend, so look for it. And then I also want to make mention of the fact that we're doing part 3 tomorrow of our coverage of the Smart Expo, Tech Smart Expo at Malta. The students were just so impressive, and we got so much great footage that we're going to run part 3 tomorrow. And we're running part 2 of our interview with Congresswoman Elise Stefanik. All right, that's it. Tonight on Look TV, it's Sold. That's our call-in auction show. And don't forget, tune in tomorrow night for the stories that matter to you. Now tonight, we're going to just take you out with some of the conversation we had with some of the students at the Tech Smart Expo. Good night, everyone.
I'm Liz Devlin, and during this project, we had to design an app that could eliminate E. coli from the water in Lake George.
Hi, I'm Madison Wolf, and I helped create the app to solve the problem.
My name is Jesse Rafferty. I'm from South Glens Falls School District. I did a lot in making the video and a lot of the talking behind the video.
I'm Catherall, and I kind of helped come up with the problem of how we can show our problem and solution in designing the app.
I'm Noah Middleton, and I helped actually design the app so we could make it interesting to get people involved and want to go into it and actually get them aware of the problem.